Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Badgers will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense takes the field to start this game off. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun.
Catch radius, you don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on 1st down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another 1st down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got the quick pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds his man, and they convert. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They keep attacking through the air. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Finds his big tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. He wants to pass it on second down. It's complete on the right side. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Fires to the tight end. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. You can hear yourself think on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. The official says no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's going to take off. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Fires to the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Can anyone catch him? Running inside the 20. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
The play action fake. Quick strike complete. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Still on his feet at the 45. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it on the counter. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Got his man. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. What a grab and go for the score.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his big tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his man. It's Cox. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dances away. Finds his man. It's Washington. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Makes the grab. It's Cox. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. And he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Keep it on the ground. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
On second down, wants to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge...
What a play by the defense with their back. Wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
On the run, it's Cherry.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. On second down, they'll take to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Quarterback will audible. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Working that left side now. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Now on 2nd down. Off play action. Pulls it in. It's Camarda. They get him down after he makes the catch. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give and the run on 4th down. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Gamecocks! He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The snap sets up the throw. Takes the easy one to the back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Wants to throw on third. Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
He's got it on the right. Dances away again. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He'll do it himself. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Give to the running back. Smashes ahead. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Off the RPO, complete. Delivers the contact. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Here's the handoff. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Takes the easy completion. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. Take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Oh, he missed it. No good. Boy, they could have used that field goal to draw a little closer, but still an 8-point game. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. He'll take a deep shot here. Snatches it on the right. Nothing but green ahead. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. It's complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Coming after it. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. This offense is aggressive on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Trying to punch it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
29, Wisconsin, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage, and they create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
The Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Temple is just steamrolling its way to victory today. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up by 30 over the Pandas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. 1st down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Setting up the screen. Spins away from the defense. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Barishnikov should be so sweet. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it and still on his feet. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Badgers in the hurry up. From the gun. They're trying to get to him. He makes a catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Well, that was a nice little pitch and catch there.
And when you get in the red zone, you're thinking run, run, the field shrinks. You see the tight ends really come into play in this area of the field. The big body guys that you can fake a little run action, throw them the football for the touchdown.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. End zone. Touchdown Gamecocks. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Line gets set, first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gets it to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Offense in the hurry-up.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Working the middle, it's complete. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Trying to find his man on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Back open in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Going up top on first down. Time to take a shot. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into the...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. On the move is the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man on the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. After this, it'll be a wrap. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to beat the D deep. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. But they climbed it, they got to the top, and they get a landmark win.
And we know coaching staffs always do a great job trying to motivate their own guys and get them ready to play a ranked opponent. But David, to me, it looked like this team just wanted it more. They came out, they were the more physical team, and they did what they had to do at the end of the day to get this win.
Yeah, and how do you gain respect? You want respect, you talk about our team's a really good team. You want to build on that? You beat good teams. That's what you do. You beat ranked teams that people think a lot of. This team pulls off the ranked upset, and guess what? Now what happens? You start to maybe find your team in the ranked spot.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse.